to one of my art demo videos, and this time I'm going to be doing jelly printing on textiles. So first off, got my jelly plate, which is, what is it, 10 inches by 8 inches, or that's about 25.5 centimetres by 20 centimetres. You can get them in different sizes. So I've cut some fabric to roughly that size. This is a very stiff cotton or linen. Some foam sheets, craft foam. This is really cheap. You can get it in loads of different places, Hobbycraft or the Works, places like that. And some paper, pen, which I'll be using to draw really heavily into the foam to indent it to make stamps. Sort of blunt end, I'm using a paintbrush. Some more fabrics and acrylics and a zip, because I'm going to actually turn these into something useful. A brayer, of course. So first off, I'm going to get some newspaper and protect the table. Just love how wobbly this is. Right. Okay, I'm going to use, what colour am I going to use? Burnt umber. Oh, before I put the paint on, for this one I'm going to do make your own sort of paper stencil. Fold A4 piece of paper in half, then in half again, and then in half again. Pair of scissors, snip a diagonal line, and then another, and then another. Just keep going. When you open them out, of course you have a zigzag. So we're going to change this, make this zigzag into a chevron design. So get your jelly plate. Place the chevron on top, the zigzag. Okay, so I'm going to get some of my raw umber. I'm using acrylic paint, and on fabric it's you can't wash it out, so even after you've printed you can wash your fabric to soften it a bit, because acrylics, if there's a lot of it on the fabric, it will be make the fabric quite stiff. So it's better to try and keep your acrylic to a minimum. You can buy fabric paints and mix them up yourself and using binder fluid and stuff like that, but I'm not going to be doing that. Okay, then you want to get rid of the excess. Just have a piece of paper to hand so you can keep getting rid of the excess. You can use a scrapbook or a sketchbook, artist book, to use all the paint up and recycling it. Peel off pieces of paper. And act quite quickly, because you don't want this paint to dry up. It's quite thick, this one, so it will dry quite quickly. Grab your piece of fabric. Okay. If you've got quite a wet paint that bleeds through, then just grab yourself another piece of paper and use that. Peel it off. There you go, got a nice imperfect print, which is fine, we like imperfect. So next one, I'm going to replenish the paint. Use the brayer, let's get it all over. Okay, and now I'm going to draw into it, so try and act quickly. Okay, get a piece of fabric. Peel it off. And there you go. Okay, so I'm going to clean that now. Okay, so for the next one I'm going to do, let's make some stamps. Just going to draw a load of leaves. Okay, so you really dig in and creating an impression in the foam, a deep impression. So it feels quite textured. These are all cut out. I'm just going to add a little bit of embellishment to the little ones. Just make them a bit more interesting. Stone dots for this one. And, I don't know, a few little veins for this one. Okay, so now we are going to use the jelly plate. Put, let's do green, seeing as they're leaves. Okay, we need to keep some paper to the ready. Okay, so now I'm going to place the leaf stamps gently onto the surface and try and space them out a bit. Okay, I'm going to get a piece of paper, work quickly because this paint is drying now. And I'm just going to press down in between the stamps so I'm picking up some of the paint off the jelly plate onto this piece of paper. So I'm removing it. And at the same time I'm pushing the stamps down to make sure they've got an impression in the paint underneath. Okay, when you feel that you've reached all of the gaps in between your little stamps, just peel it off. Okay, so got that. I should have used a plain piece of paper really, but and then get a piece of paper to the ready again. And you're going to be able to use these stamps as well as the jelly plate to print on. Let's put them to one side. Try to work quite quickly. Okay, grab a piece of fabric, place it down, and smooth it around. Pick up all the paint. While that's going on, place another piece of paper on fabric on top of that. Pick up your stamps. Okay. Okay, and then peel them off. It's a bit pale. Okay. There you go. Right, I'm going to do that again and I'm going to use more paint this time. Okay, so when I took the stamps off, I placed them on top of a piece of fabric straight away, and so that's come out a lot better, I think, on that one. And on the other piece of fabric, I just need to push it down, so the paint won't have had much of a chance to dry before putting the stamps face down onto this piece of fabric, so it should have helped. Yeah, it's better. Okay, so there we go. We have three different techniques. We have using foam to make stencils. We have drawing into the paint and just using paper as a resist. So there we go. And there are a few other things you can do too. This one I used pieces of string. It's a very nice effect, that. It's very organic. And this one I just tore strips of paper. Got a nice rough edged look. This is drawing in to the paint again. I cut these out of paper, these rings. And here's a few more examples of stuff I've done using foam stamps. And this was done with pieces of paper in strips laid down horizontally and vertically to give you a nice square repeat pattern. And so that's making the actual fabrics, and then I've got some examples of putting them to good use. And you can make little bags like this to give relatives gifts, and it's all your own hand printed designs. There you go. There's that one. All lined. This has got a nice beach feel to it. So, I hope you enjoyed watching and that it's given you an idea to have a go, try it out yourself, and good luck with it. And I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.